You gotta keep your mind when shit get hot, that's how you grow. Damn, undercover, neck, change the whip. Wrist, never discussion. Bitch, Keno Jim. I've been playing from LAX straight to Florence. With them guys writing Times bestseller. I know my mama proud, I'm doing everything I can. You should wear your watches. I buy so goddamn hot, I feel like prime LeBron James. Stuffed 100,000 inside my jeans, boy. Punch out that tire, about the transfer.
YouTube! It's Kid Q and I'm back. Now today, we're reacting to something special. This video is called This Is How Hard It Is to Make It to the NBA. Now, I knew my NBA dreams were cooked probably about 7th grade when someone dunked in the game. 7th grade, forget who it was, but man, I knew my dreams were shot, bro. First of all, genetics were never on my side. I am 5'9" on a good day, not athletic, not super fast. I was pretty much cooked. So pretty much middle school all the way into senior year of high school, I was playing basketball for fun, and I knew I had no future in it. I was just trying my best. I was riding the wave until it stopped, basically. Not gonna lie. But y'all, today we're gonna find out how hard it really is to make it to the NBA. Because I think some of y'all might got this a little twisted out there. Like, man, this league, talk about just make it. You know how hard it is to stay in the NBA and like sign a second contract? It's insane, bro. But yeah, hate to kill y'all hoop dreams out there, but man, if your pops ain't 6'8", mom's not 6'2", you're not ultra athletic, you don't have a 7-foot wingspan, bro, just go stick to them books, dog. Stick to them books. It's the only way. I'm telling you. Or pick up another sport, man. Try football, baseball, something. I'ma just keep it 1,000 with you because y'all my people, man. So if you're young and you watching this, hate to kill your dreams, but it's time to pick up another sport, man. I know you see the contracts. I know we just saw Jason Tatum get $300 million. I know that's tempting, but you gotta be the best of the best of the best to even get a second contract, to even get like a role player contract, bro. There's levels to this, but we gonna see. Not gonna hold y'all up too much longer. Let's get straight to it.
Over the weekend, I went to day 2 of the California Classic hosted by the Sacramento Kings. If you don't know what the California Classic is, it's basically a less hyped mini version of the Las Vegas Summer League. It's still a great opportunity for newly drafted players looking to secure a roster spot, or even regular season players trying to earn a better contract. I had nothing to do on a Sunday, so I decided to watch a few hours of hoops. Now, I really didn't know what to expect. I mean, the California Classic is pretty much a G League game, but after watching 4 hours of the lowest level of talent in NBA and hearing a lot of fan commentary, I started thinking, do people really understand how difficult it actually is to be a professional athlete?
No.
And do they even understand how difficult it is to make it to the National Basketball Association?
They
I
don't.
really don't think people do.
I'm on your side today. Hey, whoever you made this video, shout out you, bro. I'm on your side, bro, because people don't know. People don't understand because people really didn't see, like, people don't understand there's levels to this, man. Like, if you think you can go to the NBA because you can shoot and you can pass and you can dribble and you can play defense, if you can do all those at an exceptional level, guess what, dude? There's somebody 6'9" with a 40-inch vertical that can do that, bro. It's time to hang them up. It's okay, though. It's okay. I promise. It's okay.
The first matchup of the day was the Charlotte Hornets versus the Chinese national team. Again, I really had no expectations of the matchups other than the fact that I knew the Sacramento Kings blew out Team China by 50 points the night before. I found my seats and I had a pretty good view of the court and tip-off had just started. Initially, Team China caught me by surprise. They had Hansen Yang, a 19-year-old 7'1" monster in the paint, and he had everyone in the crowd in awe. People were even talking about him like he was Yao Ming. But before I knew it, the Charlotte Hornets were up by 12 points. Team China was held to just 2 points throughout the majority of the first quarter. I'm not even trying to be funny at this point. I looked down for a few minutes and China still hadn't scored. I started to feel bad for the Chinese national team. The harsh reality was, this was in fact China's best players that qualified for the national team. The Chinese national team has struggled in recent years. The majority of their players are inexperienced and extremely young. They are simply in a rebuilding process with a lack of all-star national talent. The average age of Team China is just 25 years old, consisting of average to slightly above average role players in their respective league, the CBA.
I thought China had the hoopers, though. Maybe just other people go there to play. I don't know. What's up? I thought they had the hoopers, though.
The Chinese Basketball Association. Now, as I was watching the first quarter play out, it was easy to see that Team China was getting locked up by the defense. They couldn't find their rhythm, they couldn't make a layup, and they couldn't get a shot off. The inexperience and skill gap was showing, and the Charlotte Hornets were taking advantage of this with every steal and turnover. The game was starting to get out of hand, and the dude in front of me said, "Whoever put this game together should be fired." I tried not to laugh, but he had a point. The competition level didn't match up, and it started to make sense why they lost by 50 points the night before to the Kings. The first quarter ended with the Hornets up 26 points and China down with only 9. The second quarter started and the game was slowly picking up. China had made a few shots and the crowd was actually starting to root for them. I think I speak for everyone at the game when I say,
one thing about hooping, bro, I hate getting them like them sorry for you like cheers, bro, just act like just stay cordial, bro. Like, you don't actually want me to win. You just see us losing. So if you see us score, you trying to turn up, bro. Like, bro, I don't need those sympathy cheers, bro. Like, bro, just be a regular fan, bro. That's one thing I did not like, bro, like playing sports.
We just wanted to see some really good basketball from both teams. Everyone loves an underdog, so it was really exciting to see the crowd get excited when Team China found their groove. As the game continued, I overheard the dude in front of me again. This time he had a take. A valid take given the score of the game, but it really had me thinking. He said, "I guarantee you, if you took any local high school Sacramento basketball team, they could compete against Team China."
Okay, I don't agree with that. Local Sacramento high school basketball team? I don't think I can agree with that, bro. I'm not. It's where you're losing me. Because I'm telling you that high school to grown man jump is a real jump that not a lot of people talk about. And I mean, I'm going to hear him out, but...
Now, I can understand the yap as a hooper, and this guy was talking like he used to hoop, and maybe he was also a great hooper. I'm not really too sure. But the reality is, there is no way a local high school team could ever compete with the Chinese national players. I mean, are you serious? Do I even have to elaborate on this? I understand that Team China is not playing the best against NBA talent, but these are still world-class professional athletes who train day in and day out. There is no way a player from a public high school could compete at this level. Just thinking about the physicality and pace of the game at a professional level alone, along with the margin of error and efficiency needed to be an elite scorer, that's a nightmare for any high school player. I think Brian Scalabrine said it best. "I am closer to LeBron James than you are to me." Now, the White Mama's quote applies the same way to any of the players on the Chinese national team. Those players are a lot closer to greatness, like LeBron James, than you are to them. The narrative that so many fans have about the league is pretty common. Everyone thinks they could have made it pro or D1. Man, I told my mom when I was in 7th grade that school wasn't for me and I was NBA bound. I said I was better than Kobe, but that's besides the point. I'm a little more realistic now, and I have a lot more opinions on this. I think as a spectator, watching professional athletes compete, people tend to forget why they are just a spectator and not actually a professional athlete on the court. There are literally levels to this sport, and the average spectator isn't even close to the worst player on Team China, for being real. The sheer dedication to be a professional athlete is a whole topic within itself. Imagine being expected to perform at 100% ability every single day, with all this media attention and all these controversial topics about you. It's not for the weak. To give the guy the benefit of the doubt though, yeah, Team China wasn't playing all that well, but I still have them easily destroying any Sacramento high school team. Facts. No shade, just facts. There are levels to this, and a public high school is nowhere near a national team filled with pro CBA players. As halftime started, I couldn't stop thinking about the ridiculous take the dude in front of me had made. The competition level in American basketball is arguably at an all-time high. From high school varsity to D1 in college and everything in between, there seems to be so much talent. I feel like...
Man, I don't... Bro, I'm like, there's no way you would expect me to compete with, like, this level of basketball. Like, this... The competition has gotten insane, especially, like, at the high school level. Like, the good teams, like, dude, these kids look like pros now, bro. And that's when I knew. I was like, bro, like, I'm cool, bro. Like, I'm just finna ride this ship till it sink, bro. Because some of these 16, 17-year-olds I be seeing out here, bro, look like grown men, bro, hooping like they need an NBA contract right now.
I feel like anytime I open up social media, there's a new rising star who hasn't even turned 14 yet. With generational talent being found in every draft class lately, it really puts everything into perspective. Here I was, watching a summer league game with players I had never heard of in my life. These players are probably the best in their high school district, first option in college, and are now competing to make an NBA roster spot, which they all equally deserve. And for this guy's take to dismiss the hard work and talent it takes to even make it professionally, it really just goes to show how misunderstood the difficulty is to make it to NBA. I don't really think people understand just how competitive and difficult it is to make it there. To put things into perspective, there are currently about 560 active NBA players in the league right now. Give or take, about 60 to 80 players are signed on a contract and are not in danger of being cut from the roster. Each year, the NBA drafts 60 new players into the league, but realistically, only the first 3 picks are guaranteed a contract. But let's start from the beginning, just so you can see how difficult it actually is to make it to the league. There are so many factors that go into making the NBA, like genetics, social class, opportunities, coaching staff, and a little bit of luck. But for the sake of this example, these factors do not play a relevant role. I'll be talking about just how difficult the NBA is based on the number of people playing basketball. According to research done by the Sports and Fitness Industry Association, there are currently 28.1 million Americans aged 6 and above playing basketball right now. This includes boys and girls until the age of 12. Now, the playing field for basketball is pretty even until you get into high school. So according to the National Federation of State High School Associations, there are currently an estimated 537,438 high school players. Now, between 2022 and 2023, the NCAA reported 19,213 active NCAA players. They also said that only 3.6%, or around 200,000 high school players, actually make it into the NCAA. Making it to any college that participates at an NCAA level of competition is already a feat in itself, but there are still so many more levels to factor in if you want to be the best and make it to the NBA. Great, let's say you made it to NCAA. Congratulations, you are now a part of the 3.6%, but now divisions begin to play a key factor in your route to the NBA. The NCAA is broken into 3 divisions, Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. About 1.5%, or 3,000 high school players, will make it to Division 3. Around 1%, or 2,000 high school players, will make it to Division 1 or Division 2. College basketball is extremely competitive, and the odds of making it to the professional level start becoming slimmer and slimmer. Just for reference, in 1999, Devian George became the first and only Division 3 player to be selected in the first round of the NBA.
Who? Wait, who? I had no idea anyone D3 got drafted.
Slimmer and slimmer. Just for reference, in 1999, Devian George became the first and only Division 3 player to be selected in the first round of the NBA as the 23rd overall pick by the Los Angeles Lakers. He went on to win 3 championships and started in every game of the 2004 NBA Finals. Dennis Rodman was selected 27th overall in the second round of the 1986 NBA Draft, coming out of an NAIA school, which is comparable to NCAA Division 2 and 3. His Chicago Bulls teammate, Scottie Pippen, was drafted 5th overall in the first round of the 1987 draft, and also came from a college in the NAIA division. We all know how Scottie and Dennis Rodman's careers turned out, and it's not that easy to recreate that history. There is a very small number of prospects that made it to the NBA as a top pick outside of the Division 1 basketball, and it's virtually non-existent in today's game, due to how competitive and talented the league is now. You more than likely have to be an athlete from a Division 1 school and compete at the highest level. The threshold for peak performance is leagues above what it used to be in the early 80s and 90s. And also, everyone said the 2024 draft class was lackluster, but if you watched any of the Summer League games so far, especially the Houston Rockets, you'll see some crazy athleticism.
Hey, I rock with Reed Shepherd. Where my Reed Shepherd fans at, bruh? That boy a bucket. Now that I think he had it in him, I'm not gonna lie, no I didn't. And we'll see as the season goes on, but that boy get buckets. That boy get buckets. No cap.
And amazing technical skills. But let's say everything still checks out, and you're a top Division 1 NCAA prospect. You decide to take your talent into the NBA draft. Now we can begin to break down just how competitive the numbers are to even get into the draft. In 2023, there were a total of 58 picks. Now there are usually 60 draft picks, but the Chicago Bulls and Philadelphia 76ers were found tampering during free agency. That means 2 less picks. Of those 58 picks, 46 were given to NCAA athletes, only of which 4,270 players are eligible to be drafted. And this is from the initial 19,213 NCAA active players. Only 4,270 are eligible, and only 46 will be drafted. Your chances of being drafted to the NBA are 1.1%. Making it to the NBA is almost impossible unless you're a freak of nature or you have God-given basketball ability.
That's what I've been telling people.
But what happens when you do make the league? Well, the numbers still don't end. Remember how I said earlier there are around 560 active NBA players and about 50 to 80 of these players are on solidified contracts? Well, that leaves about 480 professional basketball players that you still have to compete with as a rookie just to earn your spot for this roster and next year's roster. At this point, the skill gap, IQ, and physicality will begin to show, and if you aren't a first round draft pick, you might just get cut after Summer League or sent down to the G League. This league only has room for the best players in the world. The average NBA career is usually only 4 to 5 years long, so it really shows how impressive it is that players like Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Chris Paul, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, and many more have remained active and efficient for more than 10 years. The scary part is, even if you are the #1 draft pick at the NBA, you can still end up a bust and never be seen from again. Now, the Summer League game ended with the Charlotte Hornets defeating the Chinese national team 93-62. There were moments when the score was a lot closer throughout the game, but I'm glad I got to see some decent competition. The California Classic also showed me just how competitive the Summer League is. There is even levels to the Summer League. The California Classic just shows a glimpse of how difficult it is to make it to the NBA, and everyone tends to forget just how deserving these players are to be there, because as a spectator, everything starts to seem easy from the outside looking in. The Chinese national team is still a reflection of just how difficult it is to make it professionally. The majority of these players play in the Chinese Basketball Association, or the CBA, which is often a route many ex-NBA players take just to keep their career alive if they couldn't survive in the NBA. The thing is, you still have to be really good, or pretty much NBA ready, to even play in the CBA. Or if you just want to have a casual professional career, you can join the Japanese league like Robert Sacre did. Anyway.
Nah. Oh no, why he in the dunk? Nah, bro, what's killing me is everybody laughing, bro. And what I be telling people, bro, I want you to look at not even the worst player on the end of the bench of an NBA team, but the worst player on the end of the bench of a G League team or even a Division I team. Like, and if you can't do nothing with that, bro, I don't even want to hear a peep out of you in terms of like going to the league, bro.
Anyway, this is how competitive it is to make it to the NBA. Do you think you could have done it?
No.
Thanks for watching.
Now, that is it, y'all. I appreciate y'all watching. Comment below if you think you still got hoop dreams after this video. It's okay. You know, it's really, really difficult to make it to the NBA. But if you're willing to go play overseas and go play in different countries where people speak different languages and there's different cultures, then go ahead. I'm not the one to stop you. But I just wanted to show this video to y'all because, man, it is levels to this. It is indeed levels. And I want y'all to just, you know what I'm saying, keep your options open. Hope it's open like an eye in your mind or something. Cause man, yeah, I had sports dreams, but you know, I was young and naive. I didn't see my parents' heights, and I was just, you know what I'm saying, a kid with a dream. But hey, everything works out for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So if it's meant for you to go to the NBA and be an NBA basketball player, if you keep working, it'll happen, bro. No cap. But y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all watching. Comment below if you think you can make the NBA. Comment below ideas for other videos and stuff. I'm gonna try and get some IRL stuff for y'all soon. And yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. See you in the next one.